All right, good morning, fifth graders. It is May 12th, Tuesday, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Celebrate it with your moms. And let's take a look at our lesson for today. All right, we are on page 19 in our packet, and it's called Tsunamis and Hurricanes. And we're going to read two different articles and talk about the two and answer some questions about them. All right, so I'm going to read this first one to you. It says tsunamis and hurricanes. All right, number one, or paragraph one, I should say. Both tsunamis and hurricanes are powerful storms. They flood lands and damage property. Each kind of storm is extremely dangerous. Tsunamis occur mostly in the Pacific Ocean. They form when a large amount of water is displaced or moved by an earthquake or another event that disturbs the floor of the ocean. Such a disturbance creates a series of massive waves. This wave train may travel up to 500 miles per hour, destroying everything in its path. Luckily, tsunamis are relatively rare. There are only about 6 every century. So remember, a century is 100 years, so about 6 every 100 years. All right, in contrast, hurricanes may occur on any coastline. Hurricanes form over warm ocean waters during the hottest months of the year. During a hurricane, heavy rains fall and strong winds blow with speeds of more than 74 miles per hour. The winds rotate around an eye, which is the calm center of the storm. In the center, winds are low and skies are clear. On average, a hurricane travels at speeds of only about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Both tsunamis and hurricanes have earned their names. The term hurricane comes from a Spanish word for storm. The term tsunami comes from two Japanese words meaning harbor and wave. Since 1979, weather agencies have given men's and women's names to specific hurricanes. In contrast, weather agencies do not normally give names to tsunamis. Regardless of their names or where the words come from, hurricanes and tsunamis alike are fierce storms that most people would rather not experience. All right, over here, close reader habits. It says, how does Tim Brown structure his information about tsunamis and hurricanes? Reread the article. Underline any details that help you understand how Brown organized his information. All right, guys, remember when they talked about organizing writing? Let's see back here. Here's comparing text structures. Remember, there was cause and effect and compare and contrast. It sounds to me like what he's doing in here, he's comparing and contrasting tsunamis and hurricanes. So that seems to be the structure. Underline any details that help you understand how Brown organized his information. Well, here it tells you how he talks about how they're very similar. They're both are powerful storms, okay? And the damage that they do, they flood lands and damage property, and each is extremely dangerous. And then he goes on to tell about, tsunamis in this paragraph. And then you see the word in contrast. Here he talks about hurricanes. So here's tsunamis. We don't pronounce that T. And then here's hurricanes. Okay, so he's contrasting them here, but down here he's telling how they are similar again. So I want you to go back over that and find any more things that compare and contrast tsunamis and hurricanes. Here I see this again in contrast, okay? All right, let me move this up. And if you need to listen to it again, you can rewind the tape and listen to it again. But that's what he's doing there, is using the structure of compare and contrast. All right, so now here's another article, A Wall of Water by Yuki Tanaka. All right, so let's see what she has to say. All right, a tsunami is a series of huge waves. Earthquakes cause many tsunamis. Erupting volcanoes or underwater landslides may also trigger tsunamis. Nearly all tsunamis occur in the Pacific Ocean within the Ring of Fire. Warning signs tell us when a tsunami is approaching. The first warning sign of an approaching tsunami is called drawback. The ocean suddenly recedes or draws back and then roars forward violently with a chain of extremely high waves. These surging waves can reach from 30 to 100 feet above sea level. They can crash onto lands at speeds of 500 miles per hour, causing damage to buildings and injuring or killing animals and people. There have been many record-breaking tsunamis throughout history. One of the largest tsunamis happened after Krakatoa, a volcano in Indonesia, erupted in 1883. The eruption caused some waves to rise more than 130 feet above sea level. As a result, about 36,000 people drowned. The most deadly tsunami in modern times occurred in the Indian Ocean in 2004. People in India, Thailand, Indonesia, and other parts of Asia were taken by surprise when the tsunami slammed into the coast. This tsunami left millions homeless and killed more than 300,000 people. More recently, a powerful earthquake rocked Japan on March 11, 2011. The earthquake caused 60-foot tsunami waves. This resulted in more than 15,000 deaths and more than 25,000 injuries. It destroyed buildings and damaged a nuclear power station. Although Japan has a good warning system, many Japanese could not escape from the dark wall of surging water. All right, so how does Yuki Tanaka structure her information about tsunamis? Reread the article and underline any details that help you understand how Tanaka organized her information. All right, if we go back up here again, we will find that page. So we did the compare and contrast with the last one. I think this one, I saw a lot of cause and effect in there as a result and because. So let's go back down there. It looks like she structured it with cause and effect. Okay. Okay, it tells you, okay, so when the first warning is called drawback, so that lets you know there that when it draws back and then it roars forward, okay, I see as a result in here, and that was with cause and effect. Okay, so this one, okay, so it tells you what happens and then the effects of it and how many people it killed. Okay, so this structure is more cause and effect. This resulted. Okay, all right, let me move this up and let's see what they want us to do now. Use what you learned from reading the science articles to answer the following questions. The box below gives details on how articles by Tim Brown and Yuki Tanaka present information. All right, so the details, okay, they both describe how tsunamis and hurricanes, well, no, they don't both. Okay, let's see. Here are just the details. I see you have to put them in the charts. Okay, describes how tsunamis and hurricanes are different, explains what causes tsunamis, explains what causes hurricanes, gives examples of what happens when storms reach land, explains what caused several tsunamis in the past, gives examples of deadly tsunamis. So write details from the list to complete the chart below. Use each detail one time. All right, so you can go back and look at the articles, but which one described how tsunamis and hurricanes are different? Well, I know that I did not hear Yuki Tanaka even talk about hurricanes. So this is the one up here, Tim Brown's, that talked about tsunamis and hurricanes. So that's what they want you to do, is go. So that was this article. Oops. Describes. Okay, I'm just going to put tells. Oops. How. Oh dear. I can't write very well. Tsunamis and hurricanes, and you will do much neater than I am. This is not easy to write with this pen like this. So I know that you guys will do a nice and neat job. Are different, but I'm just giving you an example of what you need to be doing. Hurricanes are different. Okay, so, all right, so that detail goes there. Okay, now you are going to take all the other details and put them where they belong. Okay, so this detail can only go here. It can't go here and it can't go here. Okay, so it says each detail one time. So explains what causes tsunamis. You can go back and find out which one talks about that. Now, some of those details are in both articles. Some are in just Yuki Tanaka's, and some are in just Tim Brown's. Okay? All right. Let's move on and see if there's anything else they want us to do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Select one sentence from each article that provides the best evidence of each article's text structure. Okay, so let's see. Such a disturbance creates a series of massive waves. Select one from each article that provides the best evidence of each. Okay, I want to go back up here for just a minute to give you a little bit of a hint. So these have got, you can see 6 places. So I'm going to give you a hint that 2 are going to be in the first article we read. 2 of these details will be in this one, and 2 will be in this one. So there are 6 details. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's going to be 2 in each of these boxes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? All right, so now here we're looking at this, and we need to select one sentence from each article that provides the best evidence of each article's text structure. So remember this text structure we're talking about. We're talking about cause and effect. Cause. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, hold on. Let me reset since we just started. Cause and effect is one text structure. Okay. Goodness, effect. Oh my goodness. Cause and effect. And the other one, remember, is compare and contrast. Okay? Compare. Oopsie. Goodness. Contrast. All right. So you're going to circle 2 out of this A through F. Just 2. One is going to be cause and effect, and the other is going to be contrast. Okay, so I'm going to read them and then you can circle the two, one from each article. This was the, we had, what was it, tsunamis and hurricanes was this article, and then the wall of water was that one. All right, A, such a disturbance creates, oh, I see here, it's the names of them. Okay. Such a disturbance creates a